If we go back a couple months, what happened? Ice Spice is out in a McDonald's. She's literally in a McDonald's. And a fan ran.
And she was ready to put the beats on a bitch.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Subscribe to that.
The past few years, Ice Spice really has made the same song over and over again, and people been tired of it. But right now, we're seeing it in real time. A tweet just went viral, 10 million views, saying exactly that. Ice Spice done made this song 20 times before. And I'm not gonna lie, Ice Spice's career being in this state of nothing but bad reviews shouldn't be a surprise to anybody, because y'all know Ice Spice, her music was never the forefront of her career. That never was what carried her. For a good artist, your music is supposed to do the heavy lifting. For Ice Spice, her looks did the heavy lifting. People seen her, they was like, oh, she bad. Then they listen to the music, they're like, oh, this shit is trash. This isn't, this isn't gonna hold up. Because really think about it. When is the last time you heard Ice Spice go viral or Ice Spice name in the news because her music was really good? Not over some BS. Not her getting into a fight at McDonald's or her beefing with Nicki Minaj or her just being in these real childish situations. Let's really look through it. One of the biggest indicators that told a lot about the state of her career was when she would drop her Y2K album. Because not only did the Y2K album itself do bad, but the deluxe did even worse. Keep in mind, right? Ice Spice would come out and she would drop her big debut Y2K project. This was supposed to be her moment. This was supposed to be her time. And it sold 28,000 copies first week for an artist that was her size. At that time, she had 12, 13, 14 million monthly listeners on Spotify. So you thinking,
Ice Spice knows her music is trash. If I'm not mistaken, she had an interview talking about her music, and I'm gonna find it. But the guy was like, he said to her in the interview, "Hey yo, why would you put a trash can, put the name of your album on a trash can?" She said something in a way like, the people is gonna figure out why I did that. She said something in that way. She was like, the people is gonna figure out what type of music this is. In other words, she's pretty much saying that people's gonna already think my is trash anyway. So I believe that Ice Spice knows that her music is trash. It's my opinion.
Pull is crazy. Her audience reach must be something insane. Like, it must mean she has a true fan base that's put up behind her. When she came out and dropped the music and it showed that wasn't the case. I mean, truly at her peak, she had 40 million monthly listeners. But XXL will say this. On Monday, Chart revealed the first week sales for Ice Spice's latest album. According to the tweet, it says she sold 28,000 copies first week between July 26th and the week ending on August 4th. She would say, after the new service online, Ice typed up a response regarding her latest accomplishment. Although the multi-platinum selling artist expressed her gratitude about her album release, she seemed more excited about what she's doing for her tour so far. Like her last little EP project, did 15K. So thank you to everyone who supported me. Thank you to the new support. And I mean, Twitter was on her ass.
What is she signed to anyway? What label is she signed to?
It was on her ass. One tweet would say, Ice Spice Y2K is truly a pathetic attempt at an album. With a complete lack of identity, extremely mediocre lyrics about pooping in the same repetitive subjects. With its jointly repetitive beats. Every track on this album is forgettable. She could have kept this one. And that is another point. A point that I'm not even going to dig into. But it's a whole conspiracy theory online that Ice Spice, might have like a poop fetish or some shit, because that's like her #1 reference point. Y'all know how like a lot of artists might have a catchphrase or something that they always come back to. Y'all know how the Game got his line, "I'll be in a red rose, white ceiling." He said that over and over and over again. That was Ice Spice thing, talking about pooping, and the internet was really digging into it. People was really putting think pieces behind some bullshit. It's the internet though, you can't be surprised. But back to the article, it says Ice Spice needs a new sound. She needs to get away from Riot, her producer, a producer that had a really big part to play in her career, but one that was also a big pain point in her career, because Riot really made a lot of her bigger songs. Her first hits, the songs that really put her on Riot, was more than likely the producer behind it. And they had a really bad falling out. A falling out that looked bad on all parts, right? There was speculation that Ice Spice was cheating on Riot with Lil TJ. Then people are looking at Ice Spice like, damn, you backstabbing your mans like that. The nigga that really put you on, the man that gave you basically a career. He gave you these beats, he gave you these placements, he gave you these chances and built you up, and you flipped.
But that's cool. Like that was supposed to happen. That's supposed to happen. Anybody that becomes lit got to get rid of somebody. That's how business is. I don't care what nobody say. That happens with everyone. Don't matter if I blew up, you blew up. You don't have to get rid of somebody. I don't know about like backstabbing on somebody, but that's a whole different type of hitting on someone. No pun intended. But that's just gonna happen. I'm gonna have to get rid of somebody.
Them like that. And they had a lot of people looking at Ice Spice crazy. And you know, the way that we even found this information out was because a friend of hers, a real close friend of Ice Spice, went through this really bad schizo moment. Baby Storm, right? She was friends with Ice Spice, and she started going through it one day and was just throwing all the Ice Spice business online. And one of these pain points that she tackled.
So that's why Ice Spice had to cut her ass loose.
Fuck yeah.
Like I said, you're gonna have to cut somebody loose. Check this out. Nobody is in my stream, right? Use this as an example. Nobody is in my stream. Nobody fucks with me. That's cool. I'm not tripping on that. But let's just say, out of the blue, it's that one viewer that's like, hey, yo, for some reason, I fucks with this. This is that type of content that I like to watch. I like the commentary. I like to get people's insight or thoughts on how they feel about this topic. Let me follow. Boom, got a follower. A week later, that person subscribes. Boom, got my first subscriber. This person goes live. Just as a person that's starting out on my own, I go to their stream. I follow, subscribe, and we network now. A year later, I blow up. I got to fuck around with my day one. He was my day one. He was my first subscriber. You know what I mean? I'll do a collab one day, a collab stream. I get a deal because maybe I was like rapping and then a label seeing, you know what I mean, all the people that's following my stream and hearing me rap. And they like, yo, let's sign him. The person that's my first viewer, my first subscriber, you think I'm going to bring that person along with me? What I'm trying to say is that this was my niche. I was the rapper. I was the one that was busting the freestyles. And now I got a record label that's ready to sign me. What do? That's just dead weight, to be honest with you. So I'm looking at how Ice Spice and her friends started shitting on her when they was going on tour. He's about to talk about it. Why the is you talking about Ice Spice behind her back to your views? Why you trying to knock her shine? Bro, I'm going to cut you off. So I think it's only smart for me to cut off this person before it gets worse, because I can already think 10 steps ahead. I already know what I'm doing. Why the fuck is I'm bringing somebody into this journey that doesn't do what I do? At this point, you're just an entourage.
Was Riot and Ice Spice's relationship. She would say this. She cheated on him with Lil TJ, then rapped about it on their song together. If you don't believe me, just go back and read the lyrics. Read the lyrics to Gangsta Boo. But this time, read carefully. They were talking about him. She knows no loyalty, not even to the only person who was always there for her. And then she would post a message where she texted Ryan and she was like, look, Ice Spice cheated on you back in 2022. Her and TJ had something going on and she sat and lied to your face about it. You questioned her, she lied. You thought it was a problem, you thought something was really going on, she lied to you. This is what Ice Spice's friend allegedly said really went on. She said Ice Spice was in love with him for almost a year. It happened the night she slept in TJ's bed while you were in the house. She said this nigga was in the house, his girl upstairs getting cracked by Lil TJ. No, that's a crazy storyline. I wouldn't even want the internet to know that.
And like I said, you think Ice Spice is wrong for cutting her off? Everybody like, yo, Ice Spice, man, you suck as a friend. Yo, why would you do that to your homegirl? The bitch is ratting on me.
His friend touched on a lot of points that we're going to touch on throughout this video. And she would say, by the way, don't worry about the hate I'm getting, because the only people hating on me are the Barbs, who I don't care about. Nicki is also evil, and the Barbs hating don't even know that Ice Spice only used her for a feature. That's why she attacked Latto too. Latto has always been her biggest nightmare in competition. She jealous of her for years because Latto is who Ice Spice was pretending to be. She purposely used Nicki so she could get a feature and surpass Latto. She used Nicki and the Barbs to do so. And at that time, Ice Spice and Nicki had a relationship.
And you don't think that, this is just what he was reading, but you don't think that Latto wasn't doing the same thing? Using Nicki? Bro, this is the music business. To get a feature with Drake is great. Now everybody knows my name. I just did a feature with Drake. You know what I'm saying? Oh, bro.
Like every relationship that involves Nicki Minaj, it falls out at some point. Something bad happens to where Nicki and said artist just don't work together no more.
Because they stealing your shine. If I'm already the person that I am in this business, Everybody knows my name. And then you pop up out of the blue. Everybody is fucking with you. I want to do a feature with you. Once I do my feature with you, get the fuck away from me. Now everybody know who I am again. I got your fans. That's just how it is, bro. Where my gunshots at? That's just how it is. If I'm already lit and I'm already in this game and then you pop up out of nowhere, now everybody is on your wave, let me do a feature with you. It's almost no different when Eminem was doing this thing and then a rapper comes up out of the blue and then Eminem does a feature with him and then murder him on his own shit. That's why some rappers was during Marshall's wave, nobody didn't want to put Eminem on a track.
Fuck no.
Nobody didn't want to put Eminem on a track at all because they know that Eminem is going to ruin their whole damn album. Everybody just going to listen to that track. Eminem was on track 11. Everybody listening to track 11. Everybody's like, yo, the rest of them tracks. Track 11 was the Eminem killed them bars. The point that I'm trying to make is that, yeah, Nicki Minaj and Drake was doing that. Oh, that's the new hot artist right now. Let me put them on a feature. Let me be a feature on their track. You know what I'm saying? Put me on the last verse so I want to hear this artist rap first over this beat. I want to steal your shine. Rappers do this all the time, especially the ones that's on top of the fucking pyramid of rap.
Asked Nicki Minaj for forgiveness after realizing she's flopping without the barbs. So you got Ice Spice out here commenting on Nicki Minaj's post, out here trying to get Nicki Minaj to be back cool with her after dissing her, right? Ice Spice is realizing her fan base ain't as big as she thought it was, right? Been flopping left and right. Done lost 27 million listeners on Spotify, right? And had the nerve to call Nicki Minaj delusional. Now it's looking like Ice Spice was the delusional one. She was delusional because she thought she was that big when in reality, that was a lot of barbs banging with her, right? It's looking like Ice Spice was the one that was ungrateful because she didn't appreciate a mega star like Nicki collaborating with her.
Nigga, you sound like a bitch.
Fuck yeah.
Hey, yo, you sound like a barb. Hey, yo, man, Nicki Minaj was that shit. And you trying to jump on her wave, man. Like, yo, like you should know what the hell you did. You was trying to get on her wave. It's the other way around. Everybody know that Ice Spice music is trash. There was something about her aura that had people gravitate to her. And Nicki Minaj gravitated to her to steal what was being placed on her. Like I would say the all eyes on her. Let's put all eyes back on me and let everybody know that this person is fucking trash. This dude is a
right? To this day, her biggest songs are songs that was with Nicki Minaj. Now,
yes, exactly. Because Nicki Minaj wanted to steal her shine. Let me tell you something, bro. I don't never want to be famous. I don't want to have a large platform at all. Why? Because once I go big, I'm going to do collabs with iShowSpeed. I'm going to do collabs with DDG. I'm going to do collabs with Kai. Why? Because that'll make me more lit. And it's either Speed is going to steal the shine or the spotlight. Kai is going to steal the spotlight. DDG is going to steal the spotlight. And I'm back at zero again. But I took that shot. Like, I think I can compete with the big ones. Don't hear me, man.
And in September last year, Ice Spice would come out and she would talk about it. She would talk about the drama with her and Nicki Minaj. In the middle of 2024, Baby Storm, the friend we were just talking about, will come out and start exposing the true nature of Nicki Minaj's relationship with Ice Spice. And Ice Spice would come out and she would confirm it. She would confirm that what happened in that situation and the messages that were exposed were real. Ice Spice sat down and addressed her sadness and disappointment in Baby Storm. She said, I think the saddest part of the whole situation is somebody I knew for many years, someone I called my friend, had me open up and be vulnerable with them. They took complete advantage of that for their own benefit. So the saddest part really was just feeling used. Ultimately, some of them texts were about contract negotiations as Nicki was trying to sign Ice Spice at the time. What I said in them texts was just in a moment of frustration around contract negotiation. And the messages that Ice Spice was referencing was when she would say this: the song is an opportunity I brought to Nicki Minaj because the Barbie producers invited me to do it alone. But since that's her brand, I invited her on and she doesn't even see that as me bringing her something. She's kind of like my mom, ungrateful and delusional. I cut her off, by the way. I'm not speaking on her till January. And I'm not gonna lie, Ice Spice owning up to the messages isn't something that we would see a lot of people do. She came out and she said, yes, you know, I was just mad about the contract shit. A lot of people wouldn't have took that up. Like a lot of people wouldn't have really admitted that. But the problem is you dissing Nicki Minaj out of all people. Messages of you talking down on Nicki Minaj came out, and she has one of the most cult-like fan bases of all time. And immediately when this information came out, a large portion of Ice Spice fan base.
If she was going to be dissing Nicki Minaj, you guys should talk about what was going on behind the scenes. Like, fans going to have to know if I'm rocking with someone that is way more lit and got a huge cult fan base as a streamer, and then out of the blue, I just disrespect that person. And now everybody that's following me is like, yo, the fuck is you doing, bro? That person put you on. I'm gonna have to give people that's following me what's really going on behind the scenes. And that's not even snitching, by the way. That's just like giving people the facts on why I'm doing this. Now is on that person to talk about it. Even if I'm dropping receipts on this of what's happening behind the camera when the cameras are off.
On here, because think about it. Who is the average Ice Spice audience? It ain't probably you. It's not me. Like, it's not just the average nigga listening to music. The average Ice Spice fan base probably had a mix of Barbs in it, probably had a mix of Lotto fans, probably had a mix of all of these people that Ice Spice came to beef with, right? So for you to know as a fact that a large portion of your audience is the Barbs, is Nicki Minaj fan, then messages of you talking down on Nicki came out, 2 and 2 just adding together. A lot of these people turned on Ice Spice. A lot of these people look at Ice Spice now and they see a clown, they see somebody who turned on their goat. These Nicki fans not fucking with Ice Spice no more.
And like I said, bro, like if Ice Spice gonna do something like that, she's gonna have to have like receipts of what's going on behind the scenes. So I can understand what you're talking about. And yes, Barbs is gonna turn on Ice Spice. But if Ice Spice gonna do something like this, she should already have like receipts on the reason why I'm doing this shit. Sorry.
I drop all my vids on Spotify now and get like Prince. If that's more convenient for you, you might as well go over there, drop 5
Check
stars
out,
and
y'all.
follow. All the support y'all give is appreciated. Complex would say those very taxing discussions are what Ice Spice feels led to her and Nicki Minaj not being as close as they could be today. In an interview with Keke Palmer, she explains how it essentially just wasn't the right time. I really tried to let our lawyers handle everything and our managers, but I was already signed when she was trying to sign me. So I think that's where the hiccups were, because it was really like no room anymore at that point to make a deal. I'm signing 2 labels. So that was already a thing. But even though that didn't
Signed to 2 labels? Nah, he's reading that, but I'm just like listening to it. What the fuck? I would not be signed to 2 labels, dog. You on a slave contract now.
Now, it's love like always. I still look up to her like she's my mother. Calling back to the message where she said Nicki Minaj is like my mother, but she's ungrateful and delusional. It's kind of just going back. She would also say, I could have chose different words, but at the end of the day, regardless of how I felt about Nicki in that moment, she's still somebody I respect as an artist. I'm always going to admire everything she's done for me and the culture. Back to the music point, Ice Spice lost a lot of her relevance because the music just simply wasn't good. And it's not like I'm just sitting here talking crazy or I'm talking shit.
You're
I'm
right.
just keeping it 100. Like the music Ice Spice was putting out wasn't really
Yeah,
quality.
you're right. Her shit was trash.
And music not being quality isn't gonna hold up. Nothing not being quality is gonna hold up. She was lacking something in the music department.
Saying the reason as to why
Hey, yo, I really thought another ad was about to pop the fuck up. I'm like, yo, I just got the fuck out of an ad. What the fuck?
has to do with the fact that she was colorist. I think that argument falls flat when you remember that she's a rapper. If people in the rap scene actually cared about colors when they say they do, there would be no rappers. I'm sorry. The amount of rappers that y'all will have will be very small. I think the reason as to why she's flopping is because the well for Ice Spice dried up. Let's think about Ice Spice. What is she? The light-skinned, thick girl who goes viral. And none of those are sustainable. I'm so sorry. Because at some point, no matter how pretty you are, no matter how viral you are, no matter how light-skinned you are, no matter how thick you are, there has to come a point where people are going to judge you as a rapper for the lyrics that you write. And if they are not good, you will cease to exist. You know, you'll become another Sweetie up. And
Well, I say pull a 50 Cent. If you in this business, like I said before, your foot is already in the door. You're a rapper, you signed, the world knows your name. And you got to be listening to the people. You got to be hearing that people believe that your shit is trash. Like, if I was in the business, in the music business, I got to be hearing what the people are saying. You know, you got to find something different because your foot is already in the door. Go into acting, pull a 50 Cent. 50 Cent blew up, right? And I know that 50 Cent was listening to the people because by the time he came out with his third album, nobody wasn't fucking with him. Pull out a fourth album, nobody wasn't fucking with him. Yo, I'm going into acting. I'm gonna start writing. He's in fuck acting. He's now producing shows like Power. Ice Spice should go into that same shit because she's trash. Her music is fucking trash. Like, your foot is in the door. You in Hollywood. If you sign to a record label and that's under Universal or Sony, those big corporations, your foot is in the door.
why people were like, oh, she's flopping because of the colorism stuff. That really didn't have anything to do with it. If you actually look at the whole Baby Sky situation, that situation actually flopped. You had to be really chronically online to see the screenshot to see what people were talking about with Ice Spice. Cleopatra mess was still chronically online, but not as deep as it was with the Baby Storm situation. I think they both did a bit of damage, but didn't think it was like super great. No, I honestly think the future of Ice Spice started looking real not great when she released Fat Butt and people did not respond to it that well, and then she had the album, nobody responded to it well. Oh, and then there was that drama with like her and that British rapper and like his girlfriend and like the fake cheating. Just the whole album.
Well, the thing is, this is not even it's not this video that's been uploaded to YouTube. It's not like uploaded like a few days ago. If y'all still talking about Ice Spice, she's still relevant.
Fuck yeah.
If you stop talking about them, then like, isn't the 48 laws of power? Like, any publicity is good publicity. Don't matter if you're talking down or talking good about them. Like, still talking about her.
Fuck yeah.
Mess in a way, and then skip to like 5-6 months later, it's Christmas time, she releases the deluxe. Now what sense did that make? Plus, the people who were featured on it were not great features. We're talking about the Baby, Double A, Anwar Double A, which, if you don't know, he's low-key problematic, and also he's like a reggaeton artist. Like, what kind of sense did that make, girl? BB Tricks, who I guess...
Man, come on now. Drake is making songs with people that is in the UK, that's Hispanic. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Has a similar audience to Ice Spice? Not really, I'm not sure.
Now, I'm not saying Ice Spice can't turn around and drop a hit. She probably could drop a hit, a substantialist hit, because that's what she creates.
If somebody is on her team that is listening to the people about her trash ass music, if she get a good damn producer, someone that is like, that can help her out with making a good fucking song, she can jump back. But it's her team.
But she holding an audience. Will she be able to hold that same audience that she once had? Will her looks or will these things outside of music be able to carry? Because not only as an artist, your music is worse, but numbers wise for hip hop as a whole, numbers are worse. So if you're coming into not gonna say dying, but a genre on a decline, and you're not making something exceptional, you're not making something to negate the fact that the genre that you're in is on a decline. You're making burger music, nigga, this shit dirt. It's like the numbers, it makes sense that the numbers are only gonna go down. And a large part of why hip hop is in the place it is now, because quality music isn't coming out. And this just adds on to that exact topic. But what about 2026? What has this year had in store for Ice Spice? A lot of bullshit. A lot of
really
just
nothing.
Random controversy that nobody really expected. I mean,
like what you're doing, sir, talking about her, and it's not good. Like I said, any publicity is good publicity. Like, if I want to put Ice Spice, or you want to put Ice Spice back on the scene again, talk about how trash her music is. Talk about every time when she pops up, it's just something that you don't want to see. Like, why is she doing this? Post that. The more you talk about her, the more she become viral. I can't even say the word, but you know what I'm trying to say. The more it goes viral. Am I saying that right?
If we go back a couple months, what happened? Ice Spice is out in a McDonald's. She's literally in a McDonald's. And a fan ran.
And she was ready to put the beats on a bitch.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Subscribe to that. Shout out to Ice Spice for that. She didn't back up on shit. She was ready to throw the hands.
Fuck yeah.
That will make me follow her. That will make me buy her album. When she talk that real shit, like now she can get on the album and say, bitch, I'll beat your ass.
Fuck yeah.
Bitch, I'll beat. Matter of fact, keep repeating that on the chorus. Bitch, I'll beat your ass. Bitch, I'll beat your ass.
Fuck yeah.
Bitch, I'll beat your ass. Bitch, I'll beat your ass.
Fuck yeah.
Come on, man. That right there. If I was her producer or her manager, I'm like, yo, this is good. This is good. This shit went viral. You got into a fight with a broke bitch? A broke bitch that's in California? Hey, yo, let's make this beat. Let's make this beat. We got something for you. I got something for you. Matter of fact, I'm going to write the song for you. This shit's going to be a hit. Everybody going to want to know what's on your mind. She need a team, man. She need a great fucking team. That's the only way she can pop back on the charts again. She like that would have been the perfect time. And I don't know if anybody is in my stream, but come on now. If anybody is lurking in my shit, ain't I'm right? When Ice Spice got into that incident and that went viral, I think it was at a McDonald's, right? And it was on TMZ. It even went further. They was outside and some punk bitch ass dude want to end up fighting Ice Spice. My nigga, that would have been the perfect time to write a song. Like Eminem said, I wouldn't be making this good quality music if I had a good life. My life, my upbringing was fucked up. That gave me something to write about because people love the drama. And you an artist, Ice Spice. You could have took that situation, flipped that shit, and made a fucking bag off of that.
Fuck yeah.
She got the fighting in the middle of a McDonald's. On Friday, April 17th, TMZ shared a video of Ice Spice being assaulted by a woman inside of Los Angeles near McDonald's, which happened early Wednesday morning. In the footage below, you can see Ice Spice and a friend talking in a booth when another woman walks up to her table. Ice Spice and her friend appear to have no interest in talking with this young woman. Nevertheless, Ice Spice could be seen pointing her finger to the door as a signal for the young woman to leave him alone. The fan don't take the hint. It begins to hit Ice Spice. A brief scuffle begins between them. Another man jumps in and drags the woman away, while Ice Spice jumps from table to table to confront the attacker outside.
Gangster. Gangster.
Fuck yeah.
That's gangster. Come on, man. Ice Spice, let me be your manager, bro. Let me be your manager. I'm going to clip this myself, post it on YouTube. Hopefully it goes viral. That situation right there shows that you got heart, even if your music is fucking trash. Even all you do is shake your ass. That moment right there, I would have had you in the studio. If I was your manager, I would have had you in the studio. I'm like, yo, Ice Spice, you know I just seen that shit. That shit just went viral. We're going to do a studio session tomorrow. Rap about that. Don't even mention her name. Just talk that gangster shit. Let a bitch know that you put your hand, like if you fuck with me, I'll put my hands on you.
Fuck yeah.
And drags the woman away while Ice Spice jumps from table to table to confront the attacker
Fuck
outside
yeah.
of McDonald's. Now, I would show y'all the film, but y'all know the answer to that. We're on YouTube. I can't show you somebody beating somebody else's ass. Otherwise, y'all not gonna see the video. And so basically in the Middle East,
Bro, you can censor it. You can have the audio playing, but censor it, blur it out. People can put two and two together and, you know, come on, man. Even though you on YouTube, my guy, come on, man. You got to be a professional at this, man. There's people that's got less views than you that will do that and still can get away with it. There's people with higher views and higher subscribers than you that, anyway, bro, I'm not even trying to bash you. I'm just trying to say you can still get away with it. Just blur it out and just have the audio play. That's it.
Ice Spice getting hands put on her for really no reason at all. She tried to fight the girl. She tried to defend herself. The girl was gone. She got dragged out the store. And her attorney will come out and say the unprovoked attack of my client has been reported to the LAPD, and we will be pursuing any and all criminal and civil avenge. Unprovoked attack of my client has been reported to the LAPD, and we will be pursuing any and all criminal and civil avenues to hold the perpetrators responsible for their actions. We're also exploring holding the location responsible for their lack of appropriate security. Now, this is some bullshit. This is McDonald's. This isn't a high-end restaurant. This ain't a club. This ain't a bar. You're gonna try to hold McDonald's accountable for not having the appropriate security, I think
That is stupid though. The best thing that Ice Spice could have done in that situation is like before the situation was to have security. Like, why is you at a McDonald's in the hood knowing who you are with no security? That's crazy.
some bullshit. This is McDonald's you're talking about. You don't go in McDonald's and expect, some security to really be, unless you in Atlanta. Is there a chance she could turn it around? Yes, because she really is this media personality. I feel like Ice Spice would probably end up going down the route of really being a content creator. She did try to do the streaming stuff, but she didn't commit to it, and she really didn't seem like she knew what she was doing.
Nah, streaming ain't her. Reason why I got this camera off because I'm smoking, but I do believe that she got this aura about her that could be good in acting. For real, just like she just need a manager. Just give her foot is already in the door. She can go straight into acting. And from that incident that happened in McDonald's, oh my God, imagine a movie where she just like a shorty from the hood, a little baddie that's about that action.
Fuck yeah.
Like that same energy that we all saw when you was in McDonald's could be that same energy that you can challenge, that you can transfer into acting.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, like, she could be an interview hostie or something like that,
Yeah.
where she's a part of the culture, just not the musician behind the culture. She could do a show with another artist or something, nigga. That's not for me to figure out. There's something Ice Spice could do in the realm because she has the appeal. Just the music doesn't have the appeal.